so welcome to Friday. Oh, let's turn that light on. Welcome to Friday. Question for you. What got done? What got done this week? And how do you know? You see, it can be a significant challenge for many entrepreneurs and business owners to actually get to Friday and the week's gone by and a lot of stuff apparently got done, but can you track it? Can you pull it up? Can you go, yep, this is what got done? Because if you can't, then you've got a problem. You've got a significant problem, and it means that your people are just not tracking what they're doing. And this might not seem such a big deal, but as you go along, you might notice that you're getting problematic results, that there's a problem in the way that your business is producing, that you're getting variable results, that you've got quality control issues. And this forces you to be the final checker, that you got to check that everything gets done properly. Or if there's just too much work, then you have to let it go and just hope and pray that it got done. And realize that this is not just in the area of operations or fulfillment, but this is playing out across the board, that how you do one thing in business is how you do them all. And you might need to think about that. Like, why is that? Because if you don't, it's very easy to start blaming your people. And suddenly Friday comes, 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., and you might get frustrated. Like you're like, man, what's wrong with my team? How did I get such poor people? And you think that you've got a people problem. You think that you've got a problem with how these people operate. But what you fail to realize is that it's not a people problem. There's a problem with how you do things. And that people problem, though, can drive you insane. Like, it could well have been easy. And I know that there are business owners out there who've already 2 or 3 glasses in right now, whether it's red wine or shots of whiskey or a couple of beers, as they stamp around the office trying to work out what is wrong with their team and why things are not getting done right. And this means that a text comes in from your wife or from your husband saying, where are you? But you're so pissed off with the world, so pissed off with your business that you don't reply. And you get in the car and you've had a couple already, and instead of heading straight home to her or him, seeing your kids, you think to yourself, I'll just call in and think this over. So you go to the pub and have a couple more. But by this time, you're not doing any thinking at all. Like, this is just stirring you up as you mull over and over this intractable problem. What's going on in your business and why can't you solve it? Why doesn't it get better with better people? Why can't you find better people? What's happening to the world? Why is everyone so damn insane these days? But you leave the pub and you head home, and as you walk in the door, you're pretty angry already. Like, you're pissed off with the work. It's been like, you're just like, this is getting under your skin. And you walk in the door and your wife says to me, where have you been? In that tone. I don't know if you know that tone. Where have you been? And that is just the straw that breaks the camel's back, and you lose it. Don't you understand what pressure I'm under? Don't you understand that things are not good? I can't, I'm angry. If you can even express to that degree. And her response, not so good. Not so good. She throws your dinner at you, and you take it and you go sit by yourself, perhaps grabbing a bottle of red, condemning yourself to sleep alone yet again tonight, knowing that your relationship with your wife is not good. It's been weeks or perhaps even months since you last had sex. And your kids are like, they're not a fan. Let's just call it that, not a fan. And as you sit there and wonder what is wrong with your business, what is wrong with your people, you go to bed late, wake up the next morning, look at yourself in the mirror, go, man, what is wrong with me? How did the dream get to this? Do you remember that? Like that dream that you had of being an entrepreneur, being a successful businessman or woman, having the money to go on the holidays, to live the life that you wanted to, but instead you find yourself trapped and you got nothing. Like the ability to think from this place is very limited. And so you think that you've got a people problem, but what you fail to realize is that you actually have a process problem. You see, nothing is written down about how you do things, and so your people just go and sort it out as best they can over and over and over. Or perhaps you actually do have some documentation, but it's incomplete and they can't find where it is, or it's outdated. Any of these, no documentation, incomplete documentation, out-of-date documentation is going to leave your team doing the best that they can. It's just that people are hard to manage. They get distracted, they get lost, they can't work out what step they're up to, they have to problem solve, and they may not appreciate that problem solving at one level of the process affects what goes on later on. And so you think you've got a people problem, but you've got a process problem because you haven't made the single jump. How do you go from this nightmare of not knowing what's going on, poor people, frustration, anger, low profits or no profits, through to a place where you're going home and things are done? You know, you can see what got done this week. You know what got done. You're actually running a much leaner team, which has gone straight through to your profitability. It has you going home on time. And instead of having 2-3 shots at work and then 2 or 3 beers on the way home, coming home angry, you arrive home to dinner, to sit down and enjoy the meal. And perhaps you share a glass of wine as you converse with your wife and you talk about what's going on. How was her day? What went on? And the kids are like, happy to see you, proud of you. So you've got to realize the difference between those two realities is a mindset shift. And that is that your results come from your systems. Your results are from your systems. And if you're getting variable results, that this means that you have a variable execution of your systems. Missteps, incomplete processes, stuff just doesn't get done the same way. And so that system gets executed, but it gets executed variably. So you get variable results leading to all of those problems that you're experiencing. If you would like to leave this reality and create one where you're going home on time, you're profitable, you know what work works, you know what your team did, then head over to systemio.dev. Get this on point. You got to get the systems mindset. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you make the jump soon. For you, for your business, but particularly for your wife and kids. See you next time.